it's time. A dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video, making yourself a priority. I'm Denise. It is Sunday, and Sunday is what's D cooking? What's she prepping? What's she making? She's got a lunch idea. She's got breakfast idea. She has a latte idea. So, I will tell you, the cottage rolls that are coming up are life-changing. So, if you want something easy, low point, filling, and fantastically delicious, then you need to watch this video. So let's get started and roll that footage. Let's make lunch. This sounded really interesting, so I thought I'd share it with you lovelies. I am having an Attribution family bakery, full lavash. You could use Joseph's. This is the whole grain and flax. It is 2 points on all plans. Like I said, Joseph's would work, but I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I am biased. Attribution is better tasting. You can even see it's lighter. It's just delicious. And if you go on their website, D15 gets you 15% off. But check your local store. They might have it. So we're also going to put on there some turkey. No, this is not. This is just pastrami. I keep thinking it's turkey, but it's not. I do believe it is I'm putting a point's worth of pastrami that I already have measured out. So what I did was I took my lavash. I'll just bring it down to show you. And I threw some mustard. Pick it out of the way. This spread some mustard, you know. And I did get a 3-point slice of cheese. I know. Denise does not like to spend 3 points on cheese. She doesn't. But honestly, I don't really think the cheese is necessary, but I have it. And I thought, what the hell? And my points worth that I measured on my food scale of this very thin, delicious pastrami. Gonna lay it on there. And then we're going to put sauerkraut. This is from a local Amish bulk store. I mean, it was, look how cheap it was. I don't think I can make cabbage for $4.49. That cheap. The price of cabbage is going to cost me close to $3 just for the stinking cabbage. So they do all the work for me. And I thought, you know what? Take help where you can get it. And honestly, I hear cabbage stinks. Your house smells, so I don't know. I live with a bunch of men. I don't need any more house smelling any more than it already does. So a nice liberal layer. You could put as much as you like. I mean, it's a 0 point thing. Come on. Be liberal with that bad boy. Okay. Let's put the lid back on our cabbage. I mean, our sauerkraut, which is cabbage. We don't need our mustard. We're going to put our pickles. Why? Because we can. You could put them on the side. Or you could put them on this. I'm going to put them, maybe both. Who knows? I don't know. I want big ones, though. Lay it like, it's going to be like sushi, you know? We're going to make like a little sushi out of this. Look at that. Oh, look at this. I don't know. I'm feeling good here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in. I'm going to put it in the toaster oven. And just let it bake for a few seconds. And it'll get really soft and pliable. Then I'm going to roll it. I know. Oh, I'm so excited. But let's have a pickle. Be right back. We'll roll together. Good news. I checked the cheese. It was only 2 points. I thought it'd be 3, but it was part skim. So, like I said, it was only in a few minutes. We could have chatted at that time. So, and I probably should have put the pickles in after because maybe they wouldn't be hot. But I'm just going to roll it. It rolls much better that it was in the oven. Okay, we'll grab a knife. I think a serrated knife would be the knife I prefer. And grab a plate. This plate. Timmy calls this my plate. Every time I try to feed him, I go, Mom, that's your plate. So we're going to cut it in half. Then we're just going to cut each half. We'll do it maybe 3. I left the pickles out in case I wanted more. So, look at our little cute little lunch roll-ups. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is delicious. 2 for our wrap, 1 for our pastrami, 2 for our cheese. So that is how much again? 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 points on both plans. Look at that. Can you just... Lunch does not have to be complicated. It really doesn't. When you have things like Attorias, you have deli meats, don't discount deli meats. They get a bad rap. You know, you're not having it every day. You know what? So I'm also going to pair it with a bag of 1 point pitos because it isn't lunch unless I have something crunchy. So I enjoy these for 1 point. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at the WW store. I also have them linked in my Amazon store in case you didn't know that. I do have an Amazon store with all my favorite things. It's called Dish with Dee's store. So shop Dish with Dee's store. It helps her channel out and she does appreciate it. So I'm going to enjoy this lunch. This is lunch today. I don't even know what we're going to have. I'm not planning it. We're just seeing. This was spontaneous, and that's why I thought I'd film it. I'm very spontaneous. So I'm going to enjoy this lunch. As my girl Amy says, I'm going to enjoy this lunch. Oh, that's how she says lunch. I want to start saying lunch. Take that accent. I want to have a British accent. All right, I'll see you for tomorrow. Here's a fun breakfast I'm going to throw into the mix. Strawberry cheesecake overnight oats. In my jar, I have half a cup of old-fashioned oats. To that, I'm going to add half a cup of strawberry premier protein, some cottage cheese, and some non-fat Greek yogurt. Let's see how this sucker turns out. Lower it down. Okay. Half a cup of strawberry premier, which I got at the Dollar Tree. All right. And a serving is a half a cup, so we're going to do a 1/4 cup of the cottage cheese for half the points. Let's use a regular spoon. Let's use a spoon. 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. A little bit more. There we go. And I'm using the 1%. You could use fat-free if you choose. Totally up to you. And I'm also going to throw in a packet of monk fruit sweetener. I might add more in the morning. I will taste it and decide then. But I figured a packet was a decent amount. And a dash of salt. That's it. And I'm going to throw a dash of strawberry extract just because I have it. Just a little bit. Not even a 1/4 teaspoon. Just a little bit. There we go. Because I want the strawberry. And I also have some fresh strawberries. So I think this would be a really good, fun thing to throw some fresh strawberries in. And how about a 1/4 cup of the yogurt? Okay. This might be a little. Right, give it a mix. Now we might need some almond milk to thin it out a bit, I think. Just gonna give it a mix. Grab some milk. I'm going to put a teaspoon of Jell-O cheesecake because I have it. I don't really think it's necessary, but since I have it, what the heck. And just a splash of cashew milk to give it all a thinning out. And we just combine. And we have room to play with this milk, so if we think we need more, we absolutely could add it. Smells really good. Now I'm going to put some fresh berries on here tomorrow. That's what gave me the idea. I thought, I have those fresh strawberries. A little more glug. Be like 1/8 of a cup. All right, we're going to let her sit in the fridge overnight. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, God. I'll see you in the morning. Oh my gosh. Hot Mess Express. Okay, sorry about that. Bailey's is misbehaving. Now, I might need to thin this out a little bit. And I do have wiggle room, like I say in the video, for a little bit more almond milk. So, we're gonna just give this a nice mix. I'm gonna taste it. That's good. Oh wow, that's really good. Yeah, it's a little bit thick. It could be partly because of the cottage cheese. So we're gonna thin it out with a little bit of almond milk. There we go. That's much. Now again, you can heat this up. You can still be such a good dessert just based on the way it tastes. But it's a big dessert, so. Okay. Now how do we top our dessert with some strawberries. Come over here, fellas. Some local Jersey. They have like a little stem on there. Because strawberry cheesecake has strawberries in it. You can cut them long-wise, width-wise, like you can do this if you wanted, and make it really, you know, like a flower. I mean, of course you have to give Bailey some. Come here, puppy. You see him? Sit. Beg. Beg. There we go. Good boy. Bailey loves strawberries. Now, Steve did save me half a banana. And I thought, ooh, strawberry banana? I don't know. Who just wants plain strawberry? I'm going to dice these up a little bit smaller. I'm going to mix them in, of course. I mean, look at this cute little strawberry. You could put, like, chocolate syrup, have a chocolate-covered strawberry cheesecake. I mean, you know, you could really go to town on these. But I'm just doing, since it's breakfast, we're just going to do just strawberries, I think. Yeah, I'm going to forgo the banana. But do we want chocolate chips? I'm going to be honest, and you might laugh at me, but I'm not feeling chocolate chips this morning. Shocking, isn't it? But there's my strawberry cheesecake breakfast. Points. I'll give you the points really quickly. There's 3 points for the oats, 1 point for, I gotta check that protein because sometimes that brings up 0. I'll have to check. 4 points for that, a point for the cottage cheese because I used a 1/4 cup and this is 1%. You could use fat-free and not have to count it. I did do a splash of this strawberry extract just to amp it up a little bit. Again, did you really need it? No. A teaspoon of cheesecake sugar-free pudding mix. Teaspoon is 0 points. So it's not really high in points, quite honestly. There's no chia seeds in this. I don't know if I want any seeds on here. I don't know, because it's cheesecake. I mean, what would be good would be like a crushed graham cracker. That would be good. I don't think I have any graham crackers. I'm looking in the cabinet. Steve usually, yeah, I don't have any graham. That would be really tasty. Just like a half crumbled on top for like a little texture difference. That would be phenomenal. I don't think we have any graham crackers. Steve goes through graham cracker phases. I don't think we're gonna have any. So I'm gonna go eat this breakfast just as is. Ooh, somebody's a little bit unhappy. And I will come back and we have an adventure to do today. All right, making breakfast this morning, and I thought I would do a bagel bun. But I thought, why not a bagel bun with cottage cheese? Now, if it hasn't been done, I don't know. It might have been. Maybe my memory sucks, which is possible. But we're just going to make one because I don't know if it's going to be any good. So why waste all those ingredients if it sucks? But I will be pissed if it's really good, and I could have made 4 because 4 is as easy to make 1, in my opinion, of course. So let me grab my stuff and bring you down. All right, we have a 1/4 cup of flour. Grab a little spatula. All right. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to make it self-rising by adding a little bit, like a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm only making 1. And a few dashes. Oh, I'll use the salt. Sorry for that reach. Just a few dashes of salt. I'm going to mix that up. Now, you could use self-rising flour and skip that step, but honestly, it's no biggie, no hardship for me. So to that, I'm just going to add some 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. Now I'm using 1%. If you would use fat-free, you wouldn't have to count it. Now I'm not sure a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese has points. I'd have to look that up because I really don't know. And I'm going to use egg whites because I have them and I don't want to, I mean, a whole egg for all of this would be way too much. So we're just going to put maybe a table. Should I shake these? I like to shake mine. I don't know. I don't know if it's like necessary, but I do it. But I love having liquid egg whites on hand. I'm just going to put a tablespoon. If I think it's too dry, I will add another one. And let's combine. Now this isn't as wet as the, now you could have macerated that cottage cheese, but I don't know, I'm fine with it. I'm thinking if this turns out really good, I think cottage cheese and oats would be a, I'll have to do that. I think it's a little bit dry, but let's keep working with it because we know this dough, this needs to be played with. Got the wrong spatula. This is not the spatula I wanted. But we'll get it to work. Yeah, I'm gonna put another drop of egg white, not a complete tablespoon, just a drop. I think maybe a teaspoon. I think that's better. All right, that's much better. It's coming together. I was going to put seasoning in, but this is going to be tasting like cheese in a sense. So do I really want garlic in a cheese roll? Though I think that would be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my clean hands and just get in there. And grab all that flour off the bottom. And you know me. If you watch this channel, you know I do not play around with 2-ingredient dough. It's a ball, it's done. I don't sit there and knead it. It comes together. I don't overwork my 2-ingredient dough. So this is perfect. Like little flecks of cheese. I don't know. I think this might be a good sweet roll. Like maybe some cinnamon and sugar in here. I'm going to taste it. I'm leaving it plain. And then I'm going to taste it and decide when I taste it what I would do next time. And maybe I'll leave those directions on the website. So I'm going to grab a pan lined, and I'm going to preheat. I'm going to use my toaster oven. Of course you can use your air fryer. Preheat it at 375. These usually cook for about 15 minutes, 15 to 20. I'm going to put on for 15 and check it. But yep, I'll grab my pan. So I have my foil lined pan. I'm going to put my little bagel bun right down there. Look at that. All was cleaned out. And my girl Marcy mentioned using, I can't believe it's not butter, spray. Now honestly, sometimes I use an egg, sometimes I use pan butter spray. I'm not too particular, but she says how good this is. So of course mine's almost empty, so I'm gonna have to tilt it up and just spray her like that. And I'm gonna throw a little salt on top, but I don't know what to put on top of it. I really do, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna have it with. I might have it with an egg, and I don't know if I want cinnamon sugar with my egg. So I'm going to leave it plain. So I'm going to put it in the oven, like I said, for about, I'm going to put the timer on for 15 minutes. But when we come back and it's done, I will let you know how long she cooked. But I'm super excited for this. All right, she baked for 20 minutes. I don't know. It smells really good. Oh, it smells really, and I didn't put anything but salt. It's not like others. It's just, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to make a sandwich out of this. I really think this would be really good with vanilla extract, cinnamon, as like a sweet roll. Maybe a little icing. You may have to do that tomorrow. So I'm going to cut it in half. Well, we can do it together, right? We can do it together. Let me grab a knife and a plate. All right. I'm going to use a serrated knife. I usually always use serrated knife with very fragile things. I don't know if you knew that. Like when you want to cut a tomato, the soft, tender skin, it always better use like a bread knife. And this feels very, I mean, it's pretty solid, but I just don't want it to tear when I go into it. And I think a serrated knife would lend itself well to that. Now, if it's not cooked well enough in the center, toasting it will cure that. But I did have a toothpick come out clean, so I'm pretty sure it's cooked through. Oh my God, look at that. It looks so, it smells amazing. It looks amazing. So I'm going to toast it up. I'm going to cook an egg. I do have some avocado. I don't know. I'm just super excited about this. I just am. I do want to taste a little piece though, because a little bit. It's a pretty nice size. I mean, seriously, I'm going to pull a piece off. There. It's fluffy. Like I said, it definitely needs something. I didn't know what I wanted to put in there. It definitely needs a flavor, like maybe even an herb would have helped for savory, but I think vanilla extract, cinnamon, and icing. And then like make a sort of a cinnamon roll out of it. Oh my God. Like a cinnamon, oh, it'd be very precarious to roll, but when I come back, I'm gonna let you know what the points are for a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese 1%. I'm gonna put this in the toaster. I'm gonna fry up our egg, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna build a new McD. I can't even. I get so excited when things work that are in my brain. I'll be back. Okay. Update on the cottage cheese added 1 point, where if you used yogurt, it wouldn't count. But I think fat-free cottage cheese would work in this, but again, it ups the sodium. So it's kind of one of those things, I don't quibble over a point. I think a point for this, you saw how big it is. I mean, it's a big bun. For 4 points, I'm all there, people. I'm all there. But it smells insane. Like, I really think, I actually never turned the oven off. I really think it will lend itself to a sweet roll. So maybe tomorrow we will make like, I'm thinking of like putting some brown sugar in there. I don't know. Just because the smell is just making me think sweet. But we're doing savory today. So I scrambled up egg white, peppers, onions, Canadian bacon. 0 points. So your topping's not going to cost anything. I could put avocado, but I do have some smoked salmon I need to use up. So, though I could do avocado. I was going to put cheese, and I'm like, dingy, there's cheese in your bun. You don't need to add any more cheese. And it's funny, I put the egg white in and it's really scrambled up a lot. So, and again, 1 point of, the 1 slice of Canadian bacon is not going to add any points. I'm just going to place that right on here. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I get really oogly over good food. Good, healthy, low point food. Like again, I am not sacrificing taste for this. This is insane how good this looks. And how really, I think more than how good it smells, because it looks good, yes. But we're gonna have a little bit of smoked salmon because your girl loves her smoked salmon. Just gonna lay a little few on top. But like I said, we're probably, this video will probably have a sweet roll on it because it's just going to be in my mind, and why not? It hasn't been done before. I mean, it might have been. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Nor do I ever want to reinvent the wheel. I just want to, spruce it up a little bit. I'll save the rest for Peter. Peter's my smoked salmon child. Though Timmy tells me he likes smoked salmon too. So I'm going to put a little pickle from Trader Joe's. so good on salmon. It's so good on eggs, actually. We'll sprinkle that. Oh my God, I can't. I know, I'm like having a food orgasm here. I know, I apologize, but when something works, you didn't expect to. So this is my breakfast this morning. It is 4 points and I believe 4 better balanced bites as well. I believe the bites are the same. Pretty sure they are. Yeah, because the cottage cheese is the same. So I'm pretty sure it's 4 better balanced bites as well. And I utilize my zeros for my topping. So this is should we taste it? You know I want to, right? It's just the size of it. It's like, it's like a biscuit sandwich. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's really good. Ooh, I can't even say enough wonderful things about this. And I made 1, and you can do 1. I mean, you could probably make 4 and freeze them, which is what I normally do, but I wasn't sure it was going to work, so I didn't want to. What was I thinking? So, I'm sure on this video there will be a sweet one, because that's just going to bug me. Yes, I'm thinking brown sugar, vanilla, cinnamon, and maybe even, I mean, I would love to roll it, but sometimes playing with these doughs is really, it overcomplicates things. It does, because nobody wants to get frustrated making food. And it is a frustrating thing, making 2 ingredient dough and just it is very frustrating. I get that. So we try and simplify it here. So, all right, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast. I don't know what video is gonna be coming up next. Probably maybe lunch today. I don't know what I'm thinking flatbread lunch. I'm not sure what's gonna be on that flatbread, but together we can figure it out. I'm thinking tuna. Think about the amount of protein in this. Between the eggs, between the cottage cheese. You people who need your protein. Well, I mean, you would do it with the yogurt as well, so it's not like it's anything different, but is this something? It's cheese. There's the difference. It's cheese. Now, you can use a higher fat cottage cheese. You pay more points. It's up to you. You do you, boo. I am giving you the method. You work it out. So I'm going to enjoy this. Let's make a snack for this video, shall we? I'm going to make a matcha latte protein. Matcha protein latte? A matcha protein latte. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. A matcha protein latte. I'm going to use the protein, the vanilla from Motivate. It is 1 point, 100 calories. I'm going to use almond milk, and I'm going to use some pure matcha powder. Now, if you wanted to use a Fairlife vanilla and not use you could. In effect, you could just use a protein drink and matcha powder. But I decided, protein drink and matcha powder. But I decided to use the powder because I have so much of it. So it actually shaves off a point. Win for me. So I'm going to use my blend jet. Now this blend jet is a pain in the butt. You know I'm not a huge fan, but it will work for this. So I'm going to put my cup of unsweetened almond milk. A teaspoon, which I probably should have already had out. Oh, I'm almost done this. I love this. It's one of my favorite brands of matcha, the Pure Chimp. Oh my God, this might be the last of it. Yeah, wow, not much left in here. And a scoop of vanilla protein. Vanilla goes very well with matcha, so I thought this would be a really good, fun little snack. High in protein and caffeine. Because yes, matcha. I get asked a lot, does matcha have caffeine? It does. All right. We're going to mix it, then we're going to add some ice and some sweetener. Because I like mine sweet. So it's nice and blended, but we want it to be a little bit frosty. So we're going to grab some ice in there, And this is where you would add your sweetener. If you like vanilla, since the protein powder is vanilla, I'm going to stick with the vanilla theme. I'm going to grab some vanilla skinny syrup. I'm going to put a glug of this vanilla bean in there. Again, you can put any flavorings, but since the protein powder was vanilla, I'm sticking with vanilla. That's going to add some sweetness and a little amp up of the vanilla. And we're going to blend this so the ice chops up. This is a big one. It got really tall, but it's only 2 points. Look at that. Oh, yeah. There is your protein matcha latte. Let's taste her. I've never done this before. I just thought it'd be really good to add protein to my latte. Caffeine and protein. Cheers. That's really good. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, protein, caffeine. I'm ready for the day. I'm gonna slay it, my lovelies. You could top it with a little bit of whipped cream if you wanted to make it fancy, but I'm gonna drink her down. So that's that for that. All right, time for a sweet cottage bun. I'm excited about this. In our bowl, I already have my 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, dash of salt, and a 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. To them, I'm going to add my 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. You can use any cottage cheese, just might change the points if you use a higher fat than I do. And then to that, I'm going to add my egg whites, which are a tablespoon and a teaspoon. That's going to work out the best. Okay, we're going to put in this one a dash of cinnamon, a glug of vanilla extract, just a little, like not even 1/2 teaspoon, and some monk fruit. Well, I'm using Truvia Sweet Complete Brown sugar substitute. I'm going to put a tablespoon in there. Here's the other side of this. It's going to be a sweet roll. We combine, I'm going to mix this until we get a little bun. And I showed you yesterday how I do it. You just kind of, until it comes together, and then we put it on our dish, our sprayed pan. So our oven is already preheated to 375. So see, it just comes together. It's not perfect, it's not beautiful. I don't mess around with it. I have my sprayed pan. I'm just going to, as I normally say, just plop it down. Get all that excess off of there. And we just make it as pretty as we can. And grab our, I can't believe it's not butter spray. You can use any spray. You could use pan spray with the butter, an egg wash. But I did like the little crust that this gave. A few sprays of that, and I'm also going to top it with some cinnadust. The cinnamon toast crunch dust, see? 1/4 teaspoon is 0 point, so we're going to measure 1/4 teaspoon. And honestly, I don't think I even need that much. Because this stuff is like powder, it goes on really nice. Like that. That is our little exterior for our cinnamon roll. So I'm going to bake this for 20 minutes. That's what the last one baked for, so I'm going to put it on for 20 minutes. We'll come back. We'll let it cool, we'll ice in it, and we'll taste it. Our cinnamon roll is done. She baked for 20 minutes. So she's cooling slightly. We're going to make a glaze for her. It's a shame. So I'm using powdered monk fruit. You could use powdered sugar. You can use whatever you want. You can melt sugar-free icing. You can make regular icing. You can melt cream cheese, whatever. You pick what you want to top it with. I'm doing 2 tablespoons of powdered monk fruit. To them, I'm going to add a splash of my homemade vanilla extract. I do want to shake it a little bit because I'm going to get some of those vanilla bean seeds up top. Just a teeny tiniest of splashes. That's it. I do want to put a little bit of cinnamon in it because I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. But you don't have to. You can make your glaze plain, whatevs. A little bit of cinnamon just to run home this cinnamonness of this. We have a little bit of almond milk. Not sure how much I'm going to need because I don't want it too thin. I want it pretty thick. So I'm trying a little less than a tablespoon. It's a little too thick. Just a dash more because this stuff thins out so quickly. Oh, that's perfect. Like I said, you can use regular powdered sugar. It wouldn't cost you a lot of points. So I really wouldn't. You know, if you're not a person who doesn't like the powdered monk fruit, then absolutely go after the... Let me go grab our sweet roll. I'm so excited for this. Here she is. Oh, look how big this gets. I don't know what it is about this recipe, but oh my God, it's mammoth. It's a mammoth roll. So we're going to glaze it. You could spread it like icing. You could drizzle it like I'm doing. I mean, we could have put nuts in here. Raisins, dates. I think some dried fruit would be really good. There's a lot of wriggle room on here because this is a pretty significant size. This is 4 points. I mean, seriously? I don't know. And I am going to put the slightest sprinkling of cinnamon dust on there just to, I don't know, finish it off a little bit like that. Just a sprinkle. So that is it. I'm going to take a couple pictures and we're going to come back. We're going to have a taste because it smells intoxicating and I cannot wait to dig in. I don't even know what to say. She's just, let's just taste her. I mean, look at it. 4-point breakfast, protein packed. I knew this would be good. I knew this would be good. Because the cottage cheese lends itself so well to a breakfast roll. I mean, you could even add protein powder to this. Be fantastic. I mean, there's not a huge amount of protein in it compared to like Legendary Foods, but we could work on that. It's delicious though. Be great. I mean, this is really big. If I wanted, I would love to make 2 small ones and have it as a breakfast accompaniment because this is a lot for breakfast. And I don't know if I really want to have a big sweet, I mean, of course I want to have a big sweet roll. Who am I kidding? But I think 2 smaller ones would be fantastic as well for 2 points. So that is it for this week's prep. There's some breakfast, there's a lunch, there's several breakfasts, a lunch, a snack. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. Look at the inside of that. It's like, you want to be part of this. So I will dish with you another day. Thanks for watching. The recipe will be linked down below right to my not my Facebook page, my website, dishwithd.com will give you the written recipe. So don't try to follow me here. I can't follow myself some days. So I'll hook you up. So make sure you hit that when you're on the website. Make sure you sign up to get notified when the recipes go up because this one went up way before today. Just saying. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. We will dish another day. My wind chime and I thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Remember, recipes that need a recipe are on dishwithd.com. You're talking the cottage bun. I know. There's not enough wonderful words to say how good it was. So you need to go run and make it. May I suggest both of them? Have one day savory, one day sweet. You will not regret it. And you can't beat the points on it. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, anybody that would love to hear the cottage roll, go share it with anybody that you think might love to hear this recipe. So we will dish another day. Thanks so much for watching. And if you not yet hit that subscribe button, with recipes like that, what are you waiting for? You need to make some of these. You will not be disappointed. Thank you, and we will dish another day.